is shining in Chicago. Hello again,
When
everybody.
he went to Pepperdine, he studied abroad all over the world. So even though he was just in Malibu, he was practically just in Europe the whole time.
So Ginny decides to go to Germany, and she decides to meet this guy. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever. It's just this cute European fling. Well, it's not. Here we are.
And that's where he got to meet Ginny. I remember sitting in the car with him. He was on speakerphone, talking about this wonderful girl that he met and how he couldn't stop talking to her and laughing with her, which surprised me because usually he avoids any type of socializing.
So she started to date this guy, Nathaniel, and I had heard of him, and I was like, okay, Ginny's a handful, so I don't know who this guy is, but he better be good. And so a couple of months after they started dating, and then they came back to Chicago, and I got to meet him for the first time, and I'm like, okay, you're not getting past me. Like, no, you're not gonna pass the test. To the point where, and to Ginny's horror, the first time I met him, instead of like giving him a big hug and like being like so friendly, I shook his hand. They came out of O'Hare and I got out of the car and I was like, listen, this is serious.
Ginny and Nathaniel have been so intentional about this whole event. Ginny's dreamed of this since she was 5.
First time I met Nathaniel, Ginny had me wear my dad t-shirt, D-A-D-D, Dads Against Daughters Dating, with the automatic weapon on the front. Said, go get him, Dad. A father can pray that his daughters fall in love with good, righteous, loving man, and you found one. Nathaniel, you've proven multiple times how you love Ginny and how you support her, and how you want to be with her. The times that you bring Jen down off her, I don't know where she goes sometimes, but whoa, it's like, calm down. And Nathaniel, you bring him down. Colorado, for the engagement, was a perfect example of how you pulled it off. Ginny, being easy to please, says, I want to be engaged to on a mountaintop at sunrise. Okay. But Nathaniel, you pulled it off, and you got the whole family out there too.
In the name of God, I, Nathaniel, take you, Ginny, to be my wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish. This is my solemn vow.
Nathaniel,
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my vow,
as a symbol of my vow.
and with all that I am,
Sorry.
sorry,
And with all that I am
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I honor you.
I honor you.
Can it be that you're here with me? Let's start writing our own history.
And I'm so happy that you guys met and finally fell in love. at that train station. Second time's the charm, you know. German class wasn't where it was at. And Nathaniel, I still love you and will always love you, even if you're forced to become a Chicago Cubs or any of those Chicago fan things.
And in growing up with Ginny for the last 24 years, don't look at me right now, don't look at me. So that's why when I learned that Ginny had a crush on a guy, I felt